guys. So, we're back and we are doing this awesome thing. I'm sure for some of you um, who have joined us before and know the gist of what's going on. So, Sean and I will be watching The Empire Strikes Back, and we'll be watching it together on Disney Plus. So that's the one that we'll be watching, and we'll let you guys know when to join and the start and the time and the timestamps that we're at periodically, and we'll be discussing things, and hopefully we'll both be picking up things from the comments that you guys leave us. And yes, I'm just going to check how many people are currently on, just to see if we should wait for a bit.
Yeah, we can give it a couple minutes.
Yes.
And then we could tweet the link as well, so people know we're live.
Yep. But yeah, so just for now, so much awesome news for Star Wars and for the MCU as well, but for Star Wars in general, which is really great. I'm looking forward to the Cassian series because I have already seen him in Rogue One, and I absolutely adore his character.
Yes, it's going to be really exciting. I mean, got a lot of Star Wars news yesterday, a lot of which you are not going to fully understand yet, which is part of the fun of what we're doing right now. I look forward to kind of seeing your interest get a little more peaked in some of these new projects as we kind of, with you seeing Rogue One. Cassian is the real standout, as you mentioned. That series looks really good. The production value on that is even higher than I thought it was going to be. One of the things I am surprised about is we didn't get a lot of look at like K2SO or Alan Tudyk in that. I don't know how much that character is now going to be featured in that show, because I feel like they would have probably teased him a little bit more had we known that he was going to be in it. But
can you check the YouTube link?
Yeah, I could check.
Are we on there? Have I set it wrong?
Yeah. People are coming in now. We got comments coming in.
Oh, hi guys. Hi, Rebecca.
So yeah, people are coming in.
Hi, Fortitude.
Yeah, no, we are live. I just got it popped up on my stream. So yeah, no, with all that new Star Wars news yesterday, obviously the Cassian show, and then I'm really excited for Obi-Wan Kenobi, which we're gonna dive into a little bit more once we get to the prequels and the Acolyte series, which deals with the High Republic, which is a whole different thing that even no one really knows that much about yet. We're going to start learning more information about the High Republic starting in January, and I'm really glad we're getting some content from that era. But lots of great stuff that came out yesterday, and we're going to kind of talk about that more and more as we kind of get through. Unfortunately, not a ton of what was announced is kind of relate to The Empire Strikes Back tonight, although they did get the announcement of a Lando series, and while I think Donald Glover is probably going to be doing most of the action in that series, we might see some Billy D. Williams, and we might see some Billy D. Williams Lando tonight. So that might be fun for you. So I'm excited, and it's going to be a good time, and looking forward to watching this movie tonight.
Yes. So I think we should give it. I'm just going to put my headphones in. Should we start at 5 past?
Yeah. That's fine.
Is it 5 past for you?
Yeah, that's good.
Okie doke. We've started, guys. So here we are. I just like the Lucasfilms logo. I just think it's
Yeah, that's great.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Oh, we're going to start that. Like, what's it called?
The Crawl.
Yeah, the crawl.
So yeah, guys, The Crawl is starting right about now.
Episode 5. Empire Strikes Back. I'm just going to read it for everyone.
Sure.
It is a dark time for the rebellion. Although the Death Star has been destroyed, Imperial troops have driven the rebel forces from their hidden base and pursued them across the galaxy. Evading the dreaded Imperial Starfleet, a group of freedom fighters led by Luke Skywalker has established a new secret base on the remote ice world of Hoth, a new place. Yay!
Yes.
The evil Lord Darth Vader, obsessed with finding young Skywalker, has dispatched thousands of remote probes into the far reaches of space. Wow. New rivalry.
Yes. This is very fun. I'm really excited. Objectively viewed as one of the best Star Wars movies. So I'm really interested to kind of see how you feel about this one by the time we get to the end of it.
Yeah. I can't wait to see all of these new planets. Are we going to see more than Hoth?
I can't tell you that.
Okay, cool. I'm just enjoying my boba tea, guys. It's a mango tea with mango gummies. I don't know what they are, but they're tasty.
And this year is the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back. So all year this year, Lucasfilm and Star Wars have been kind of celebrating the release of The Empire Strikes Back with lots of different content. And as I was telling you earlier, but here to tell the viewers, I actually had the opportunity to watch The Empire Strikes Back in theaters earlier this year when things were a little bit better with COVID. They were doing screenings. Had the chance to go see this movie in a theater for the first time, which was a really very cool experience for me. And we're looking at an Imperial probe droid.
These are the probes that Darth Vader sent out.
Yes.
Ooh, what is that? That is cool. Is that like a mix between a kangaroo and...
Yeah, it's they're actually kind of lizard based, actually. They're called tauntauns. So it's like a mix of, like a lizard mount and like a sort of a horse and with the horns. One of my favorite creature designs in Star Wars.
Oh,
We got Luke Skywalker.
Oh, something's going to go bad now. They look so cool, these creatures.
Yeah, the puppetry work is really great.
Yeah. Is that a Yeti? Oh my god, wow. Whoa. What's it called?
It's called a wampa.
The white.
Yeah, the white creature is a wampa.
The wampa.
They really don't slow down. We get right into the action with this one, which is really awesome.
Han! You can tell they've upped their game with how they've made it as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the production value, the first Star Wars was such a hit. The production value on all these films just went through the roof after.
Why did they choose Hoth as a planet?
So it was very remote. Obviously, the snow makes things a little bit more difficult for them to find. I believe canonically now, There's like a whole comic series about it. I know in Legends, Luke Skywalker had actually found the planet first, but I don't remember exactly how they did it in the new version. Great comic series, though, that ties the two movies together.
Wow. Leia's giving death stares.
Yeah, Han's got to leave. He's got to pay off Jabba the Hutt. So 3 years have passed, by the way. That's an important note. It's been 3 years since the last movie. So they've been together now for 3 years.
Whoa. They are not happy with each other. What's happened?
We got to watch.
We. Just get together already. Oh wait, were they together? And then they broke up, and then they get back together.
Up to this point, they have not really been together at any point yet. I will say that.
Just squabbling.
Their dynamic really helps carry this movie. It's a great back and forth the entire film.
Yeah. C-3PO and R2-D2. Oh no. They just realized that he's not back. Okay.
I love Harrison Ford.
Yeah. It's so strange looking at him so young. Because I'm used to him older. Was there a lot of additions made to this? You know how
most of the special edition additions add to this film are really good ones. I'll point some of them out later in the film. There's really not a lot early on as far as I remember. A lot of it is just kind of making the environments look a little nicer, a little more open. And there's one particular change that I will point out at some point that was a big one and one people that actually really like, which is good.
Oh, more skeletons. Does that link to the Mandalorian?
No, unfortunately not. The Mandalorian has not been to Hoth yet.
Okay. Ouch. Oh no. He's not going to eat him.
I don't know. I mean, we don't know.
I feel like he's going to use the Force and get his lightsaber, maybe?
Maybe.
That'd be so cool. Come on. Channel the Force. Be one with the Force, Luke. That's awesome. I love it. Oh, wow. He does not like that. Come on.
Actually, I forgot to point it out. I'll point it out a little bit after this sequence. But they actually went back and reshot a lot of the Wampa scenes for the special edition. So they redid the puppet, and a lot of those shots that you saw of him like with the arm and losing the arm, they redid all that for the special editions because they didn't like the way it looked originally. So that's actually one early special edition that was really nice that they added because you can't tell at all. Something that, a lot of newer fans of people who watch the movies now don't understand is like this, like for the first time for fans when it was coming out, this was the first time we saw somebody use the Force to like telepathy and like move something with the Force. Like we didn't see that in the last movie, and while it's very common in other Star Wars stuff, this was the first time we had seen it ever, and that was a big deal because we saw, Luke's obviously become more powerful with the Force.
I think it's super cool. And it's almost like honestly, I love the machines that they have and the shape and the design of them. I would imagine freezing. Just as a side note, I know he's not going to because he's in the rest of the movies, but imagine freezing to death. That's just that's one of the worst ways to die.
It's actually a really great Legends comic series that I've done some research into of like, it's basically like a what if, but for Star Wars, and they redid, they did a what if for each of the movies. And the what if for this movie is like, what would happen if, Luke Skywalker ended up dying in the snow? And it ended up being, Leia who would end up becoming the Jedi. And, as we'll see throughout the movie, she kind of takes Luke's path, and it's a really cool, like a what if story.
Then. You just gave up away.
I did not. There's no way.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. I look for spoilers, so this isn't on you.
I just said Leia becomes a Jedi. I didn't say anything about Luke.
I hope she does.
That's a total Legends. It's a
Okay.
Legend story. I mean, that's not what's about to happen here.
Okay.
So they've closed the gates for the night.
Oh, Chewbacca's getting emotional. Oh, that's cute. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, I thought that for a second. I thought that was Han Solo as well. Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's still not dead. Wait, I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi is connected to Luke in a really special way. And that's why he still hasn't died yet. Wait, let me... Yoda! That's a really good transition, especially like for the time it was made in. Awesome! But I feel like that is the connection that Luke has with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that is why Obi-Wan Kenobi hasn't still let himself die.
There is a explanation. Obi-Wan is a Force ghost. We will learn very little more about Force ghosts throughout this process of like watching these movies. They're a very big mystery. That is very true. Anthony Daniels also appeared in Rogue One as C-3PO, which I'm sure you saw. And he's also appeared in a non-C-3PO role, like a cameo in the Solo film. So he's actually the only one who's been in all the movies, which is really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. One of the nails is missing.
This is one of the few moments, too, a minute ago, where we see a non-Force user wielding a lightsaber. It doesn't happen very often. It's often a misconception that if you can't wield the Force, you can't wield a lightsaber. But that's not true. We just saw Han Solo use it to cut open the Tauntaun. Non-Force user with a lightsaber is pretty sloppy, though. They can't really channel it in the way the others can.
Mm.
Here's something pretty interesting. I'll point it out after the dialogue is dropped.
Ah! Are they practicing? Rogue 2? Is Rogue 2 connected to Rogue 1, or is it just like...
So, yeah. As I was going to, wait until this dialogue stop. No, you're good. So 2 is just his call sign, and he's a part of Rogue Squadron. Now, Rogue Squadron, derives its name from the Rogue One team. Luke is part of Rogue Squadron. Wedge is part of Rogue Squadron. And this was just announced. The Patty Jenkins film is going to be revolving Rogue Squadron. Now, it seems like it's going to take place maybe a little bit after Return of the Jedi or sometime during the original trilogy. I don't think we're going to see Luke, but Rogue Squadron does make its appearance in this film. And in Legends, there was a lot of books and really cool storylines, and they're a very popular squadron of pilots in the Star Wars universe.
They regenerated him. Chewbacca's face. Scruffy. Luke's jealous. Looks like. Whoa! Okay. Chewbacca's just like roasting him, I feel like.
So Mark Hamill was actually in a car accident prior to production, where he had a little bit of facial damage. So the Wampa scene was always supposed to be in there, but they really used it as a transition to kind of help hide some of those scars that he might have gotten as a result of that. Just kind of what you have to do in film production.
It's a smart way to do it. Something I want to know is where the Empire actually is, like which planet it's on, and like how long is it taken to... Are they still in power?
Are the Empire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're ruling the galaxy. And yes, Jinx. I did see that in chat. They wanted me to talk about Mark Hamill's injuries, and we ended up kind of talking about it at the same time.
So now they have to leave.
And the theme you're listening to now is the Imperial March, which was developed for this movie, and is a very infamous Star Wars theme. Kind of doubles as Vader's theme, but it is the Imperial March. It's very good. And that's Vader's Super Star Destroyer.
Is that their new form of Death Star?
No, it's more just like a command ship.
Okay.
Kind of Vader's command ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's Admiral Ozzel.
Oswald.
Yeah, Ozzel, I believe. Not great with all the names. There's Admiral Piet and General Veers as well. Yes, the Super Star Destroyer.
Do you see Tarkin?
Well, Tarkin's dead.
Oh yeah, he died in the Death Star.
Tarkin's gone.
I thought maybe he made it out. Maybe.
No, we later learned, by the way, in like comics that like they wanted Tarkin to evacuate, but he kind of was more of a, the captain goes down with the ship. He was too confident in his ability to win the battle that it ended up costing him his life.
Oh, is that like a K2SO?
That's like a medical droid.
Oh,
Those are this kind of the standard look, the medical droid.
Oh, they hugged. Have they formed a bond now? Go on, just say it.
I love General Riken. Just like one of those cool Star Wars background characters, It's not really that important, but just like one of those like really cool military presences. It's Darth Vader's meditation chamber.
Why does he need to be in a healing pod all the time?
Not all the time. Just a good meditation chamber.
Why does he need medication?
We will see later. We will see later.
Okay. Oh my god. What?
So Admiral Ozzel is dead. Captain Piet is now Admiral Piet.
He just did that through the Force. He must have like super like strength. Force.
He does.
Thing.
He does.
Oh my god, he did that. Wait, they were already far away from his. That's awesome.
Very cool.
Luke is barely like trying to get a lightsaber out of snow. Come on, Luke, get on your game.
I really love that this film opens up with like an action sequence and like an opening battle. It's really cool. So they're trying to get transports away full of like crew members and equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So they have an ion cannon that's giving them cover fire. So that shoots at the Star Destroyer. so that they get the transports away. Oh, something else that I didn't point out that I definitely should have is George Lucas did not return to direct this movie. So this movie is not directed by
Oh,
George Lucas.
okay.
George Lucas only directs A New Hope in the original trilogy. Irvin Kershner is the director of this one, and he does a really great job. And yes, I do love that we see Leia in charge, as Gillis kind of pointed out in the comments. It's really awesome.
Mm-hmm. So they evacuate the entire planet.
Yeah. So right now you're seeing the pilots take off in snow speeders, which is, obviously a cool, different ship than the X-wings. And right now the rebel troops are just trying to hold off the AT-ATs until the ships can get away. And you can see now Luke has become a very clear leader. And all
Ooh,
of this is just, puppeteering and models and, mini scale stuff. It's really great work. You're talking a movie now that is 40 years old and still looks really good.
yeah, it does. It looks really, really good. And it feels like Luke has grown into his like role and his abilities as a pilot as well.
Yeah. And as we just kind of learned, the lasers are a little too powerful. So they have to find a different way to take out these Star Destroyers. Or the AT-ATs. Sorry, not the Star Destroyers.
Okay.
And Luke's lost his co-pilot and gunner.
Ouch. Ah, more holograms.
And there's Wedge.
Ooh.
So have to get kind of creative.
It's actually quite cool. Face. Awesome. What's happened to this is the Falcon, right? The Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, so there's just always problems with it. They're just always trying to fix it, and that's going to be a recurring theme of this movie. Is the Falcon is always in bad shape.
Mm.
Hi, Nick. Welcome to the chat.
Hi, For anyone who's joined, we're at minute 30.
Perfect.
Ouch. I hope we get to see Luke dealing with Darth Vader now, or is that too early? I feel like it might be too early. Ah! No, not Luke. I do not want to be under that foot. And the person who died with... Was there another person with him?
Yeah, so it's just him and the gunner. How's Dak? Fortunately, Dak is now dead.
Oh.
There's actually a really great book called Battlefront Twilight Company, which is about a squad of rebel troopers during this battle and kind of their experiences on the front lines. And they end up coming in contact with some of these Imperial troops, and they may come in contact with a certain Sith Lord. I don't want to spoil the book.
Yeah.
But it kind of gives you some really cool perspectives on this battle as a whole. Battle of Hoth's one of the best in Star Wars and a big fan favorite. It's cool to kind of see the movie just start off so cool. Now we've got Luke.
Wow.
Luke's doing it all right now.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool to see what. Sorry, carry on. About the book.
So Luke took out a whole one by himself.
And with a lightsaber as well.
Yep.
He's getting there.
This movie is called The Empire Strikes Back for a reason.
Haven't stopped striking. The set design's really good.
Yeah. I can't remember where they filmed this. I want to say it was either Iceland or Greenland.
Hi, Q.
Thank you. But yeah, I do believe they filmed it maybe in Iceland. And here are the snow troopers, which is a really cool design. I love the look of the snow troopers. And Vader has entered the base.
It just sounds so good as well. Wait. John Williams is amazing because I can't.
John Williams is amazing.
I just love listening to this. feel like Leia doesn't actually have a chance because he had such a stronger relationship with the Millennium Falcon that, like, I don't think anyone can compete with his love for his ship.
Yeah. And now Luke gets to see his friends get away.
I like how R2-D2 is just like attached to the ship on the outside.
Yeah.
I just think it's so cool. Ooh. Is that where Obi-Wan Kenobi told him to go and find
Yes.
Yoda?
Yep.
I can't wait to see Yoda. I genuinely
Yoda's very different in this movie. Yoda in The Empire Strikes Back is a very different Yoda.
Isn't that the first time he appears? And do they then change him in?
It's not even just how like it's part of it's the appearance. Another part of it's just like his character is very different, as we'll see, you know. But now the Falcon is trying to escape from the Hoth system, but obviously being chased by a lot of different enemies.
TIE fighters! I remember the
Yes.
Name. Yay! We're getting somewhere.
So it's going to be a recurring theme, as we're finding out. The hyperdrive on the Millennium Falcon is broken. So they can't go into light speed, which is, you know, the cool blue thing. And that's how, that's how they're going to escape.
Hydrospan. Sounds cool.
Han's such a good pilot, too. So now they've been caught in an asteroid field.
Oh, no.
Never tell me the odds. It's so good. Such a great line. They do need seatbelts. There are seatbelts on the Falcon. They just don't use them. I think in A New Hope they mentioned to strap themselves in.
They do. It's on that round table, right?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. The fact that they haven't been hit by one and all the other TIE fighters have been completely blown up. Smart.
The action is so good. The music is a big part of that, but I mean, even 40 years later, it's still really compelling and kind of really sucks you in.
Honestly, that looks so cool. That's. Oh, that looks amazing.
It's such a great little shot here. Up and over. I love that it has headlights. Something that you'll notice too is what I think really does well for this movie is that it splits up our heroes. So, Luke, Leia, and Han are split up through the whole movie, which is kind of a spoiler, but also, you can kind of see what direction it's heading. These characters, it's kind of the Infinity War thing where, like, because they're fractured, it's not going to bode well, we'll say, overall. They're stronger together.
Yeah, I can imagine. Ouch. Let's hope that's water and not acid or something.
It's just water.
I always feel like in a different planet, you have to encounter some acid pools. I can imagine how hot. Whoa. Was that him using the Force?
No, he just fell in.
Oh, right. Because he moved his hand and he did like this thing. I thought maybe he accidentally used it because he's on the planet where Yoda is. I don't know. Maybe it's connected.
So R2's got his little antenna stuck out.
Oh, no. What is that?
The creature or the blaster?
The creature.
You'll see.
Whoa. Ouch. Oh, why am I saying ouch to a machine?
I actually had like a toy set as a kid of like this X-wing, and like you could put like little like moss stuff on top of it, and it came with like one of the like the creature from under the water. I will say we don't get to see the creature; like that's all we get from that. But very cool toy as a kid. Kind of like a swamp moss-covered X-wing.
Mm. Why didn't Luke tell them that he was doing this?
Well, Luke kind of has this habit, although I will say most Jedi kind of have this habit of not really telling their friends what they're doing when it comes to the Force. It's a lot of solo adventure. This is important.
Okay, sorry.
No, don't apologize. I just want you're gonna see this.
No.
So yeah, that basically the meditation chamber kind of serves as a safe space for Vader to be able to remove his equipment.
Yes, it was my first view.
It's the first view and one of the few views we get of Vader without the mask.
We don't get to see more of him.
Maybe.
I want to see more of him.
I don't know.
kick him in the back. Hi, Rakan.
Welcome.
Welcome. So, Rakan and anyone else who's popped in, we're at minute 46 on Disney Plus for The Empire Strikes Back. In another minute, it'll be 47. So basically, what's happened is Luke has landed on this planet. What's it called, Sean?
Dagobah.
Dagobah. And
Dagobah.
Dagobah.
You'll get
it's
there.
It's really hard because I've got one ear is there and the other.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, so Dagobah, and we've seen Darth Vader slightly, and they've evacuated Hoth, and Luke, Leia, Chewbacca, and C-3PO are on the Millennium Falcon on this rock, and they're trying to sort the Millennium Falcon out so that they can join the rest of the rebellion. Am I doing well?
You're doing well.
Yeah.
Gil's made a really good point too.
For me too.
You did see one of the other views of Vader without his helmet, like in Rogue One. He's in that chamber in his castle. That's one of the other views. Oh.
Yoda! Find someone you have, I would say. I like how he talks. Although I've heard like memes of his talking before.
Yoda is much more of a prankster in this version.
It's funny. What is that? Stop hitting him.
Yes. I will definitely share at some point.
Figures in movies, TV, Yoda, Mr. Miyagi, and Mr. Feeney.
It's a good list.
Nice. And yes, I will surely find out soon. Or maybe later. Who knows? This is me channeling Sean. Who knows? He's been battered. It's nice to see that they eat.
Yes.
Hi, Rim. it's awesome seeing Princess Leia doing this work as well. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Aww.
She definitely can handle herself.
Is this a Star Wars reference? Or is it me?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he means. Oh, I know what he means. I know. I do. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it totally clicked. It was a few seconds late, but I know exactly what he's talking about. It'll be a long time before we kind of clean that up, but pay attention. This is good.
C3PO, read the room. What a way to ruin that. I really want to see more of what's underneath. And the fact that there won't be more. It's so frustrating.
So the Emperor wants to talk to Vader.
Great disturbance in the force.
So yeah, that was one of the things they changed in the special edition. Originally, Palpatine looked really weird because they didn't cast anybody. They just really wanted to kind of get the point across. So they actually reshot that with the actor who is well known for playing Palpatine. But you should look it up sometime because it looked really weird originally. Like it's a very weird and deformed looking face. That's one of the things that people really like that they changed. We've got snakes on our dinner table.
Sorry, is that what happens when you're on the dark side?
Like the skin deformation. Using the dark side to a certain extent can change your physical appearance. But you will see as we kind of watch more movies how that affects different people in different ways.
Patience. Patience, Luke. Obi-Wan. Ooh.
Yoda's 800 years old.
And Baby Yoda is 50, and that's why he's
Yeah.
still. Is it because they take longer to
Yeah, I
mature?
mean, I don't know if, yeah, basically. I mean, it's been pretty clear, not to like spoil the Mandalorian, but like mentally they mature very quickly, you know. Yoda's very wise because of all the years that he's had, but like physically they take much longer to age.
He's too old. Yoda just doesn't want him
This is
at
true.
this point. You will be. Tell me, do you bleed? You will.
So you're also seeing those are TIE bombers, those wider ones that we're seeing on screen now.
Um.
So just a different form of TIE fighter. You know, we kind of get different forms of
Mhm.
fighters as you get a little bit more into the movies, but still TIE fighters, but those are TIE bombers.
Something get into the ship. Is white. Is white Leia's color?
um, I would say so, at least for this movie. I think she looks good in white. Between the first
She
movie
looks
and this
good in
one,
anything.
white's kind of her color. The music picks up right away. You're gonna get a kick out of this, I think.
So they just bitter all the time. I just want them to get together now. Just, just do it. Oh my god, they were inside something.
Inside the massive slugworm.
Wow.
very cool.
It was. I did not expect that. Tarzan flips. I like this.
The set that they built for like Dagobah, like at a soundstage, was super cool. Like it's just a massive set that they built, and then filled with like real like snakes and all like other creatures and stuff.
Yeah. Yoda just doesn't want to. So in this movie, does Luke just end up training all the time?
I can't answer that question. We have to watch the movie.
Okay. This is a test. Yoda's testing him.
Well,
I
yes
feel like.
and no. Yoda's testing him, but the Force is really the one who's testing him.
I love this. I love this.
It's that's a key point of Yoda says you're not going to need your weapons, and Luke takes them anyway. One of my favorite things about this is just like on most Star Wars planets and like every other movie, all the creatures are like special. They look like Star Wars creatures, but like Dagobah for The Empire Strikes Back, there's literally just like snakes and iguanas and like real like Earth animals all over this place, and like they didn't really do anything special to them, but like it still works really well to like convey that story. Like there's just so many snakes and creatures. Like that's a real like I think that's I don't know if that's a Komodo dragon or what that would be. It looked kind of like a baby Komodo dragon, but like it's funny because like normally you'd have like CGI Star Wars creatures or like puppets or whatever, but they just put a bunch of amphibians and lizards and stuff in there. And here we go.
That's awesome. Ha! Awesome. Wow. Whoa. Test one accomplished, I guess. What? Oh, the score and like the visuals, like that ship with the galaxy background and everything. It's just
Here's a
beautiful.
cool group of characters. Our first look at bounty hunters. That shot is scary, Rebecca.
Ooh. Okay.
As another special edition, they changed the voice of Boba Fett to better match the one from the prequels. Or I guess you'll learn more
Is this
about
my
Boba
introduction
Fett
to
and who he is. Yeah, so that's your introduction to Boba Fett.
I always thought he was a good person.
No, Boba Fett's definitely not a good guy. So the hyperdrive's still not working. Now
Okay.
they're stuck.
C3PO, say something good. Oh, you're gonna die. He's just gonna choke you using the force. Stars, mate. Ooh. I don't know what's happened. No!
Yeah, I would agree. Boba's a mercenary for hire, but generally mercenaries for hire are not viewed as good people. But certainly can be a neutral character without, talking about some new developments for that character.
Okay. What? Try not, do, or do not. There is no try.
It's a very famous line.
Aha. R2D2. Shh. I love you. I love you so much, but you need to just shh. We're so close. Science matters not. Wow. Oh, this is the stuff that I said at the end of last time about like learning more about the Force and the essence of what makes Star Wars what it is, and it's just
Yeah,
so good.
it's very good.
Wow. That's awesome. Oh, I love this. Wow. This is how you do it.
Such a great scene.
It is. Luke just looks dumbfounded.
No, you called that one. You're very much right about that.
It's not. On to the next one. I don't think they've actually used the light speed. I think they've just like managed to like get onto the ship without being detected. There it is.
It was very good. That was a very good. That was very smart. You did hit the nail right on the head on that one.
So smart. Thanks, guys.
Oh, now they've turned C-3PO. C-3PO was had a seatbelt on, by the way, for Rebecca.
Lando. Awesome. And this is from Han Solo, the movie. Right, how do they get how so they use the ship's light speed?
No, so they detached and they're floating away with the trash, and now the fleet is leaving. So that once the fleet's gone, they can fly free.
Right.
So they're just floating away with the trash. There goes the ship, and now the Millennium Falcon can go away. But
Awesome.
wait, uh-oh. They're being followed.
It's a tracker. What's
by
tracking
Boba
them?
Fett. Boba Fett knows all of Han Solo's tricks.
Does Boba Fett know Han Solo? I don't know.
I don't know.
Why do I keep asking?
You're not going to get many answers out of me. Sorry. I will say this: their relationship is not really well developed in canon. Like that, they do have a history, um, but nothing that like we'll probably see in the movies that like you really wouldn't experience. So I could tell you, yeah, they definitely like know of each other for sure.
Oh my god. So you can see the future as well with the Force.
Yeah, there are Force visions. It's kind of what Luke had there.
Oh, this is a nice new planet. What are these fighters? What are these fighters called?
So they protect the mining colony.
All right. No, as in like the other ones are TIE fighters. What are these?
These are just like cloud cars,
Cloud cars.
Bespin cloud cars.
It's so cool that you know all of this. Oh my god.
They're very small. You could kind of see the pilots, and here's Cloud City, which is a very cool location. So part of the special edition was adding a lot of the new shots of Cloud City. You'll see some of them as we kind of pull through. It can kind of tell like stuff like this is CGI and newly added. A little bit more impressive for this was done in like I think the late '90s or the early 2000s. There's a couple versions of the special edition, so there's been different changes here and there. Obviously, they're a little before my time, but I've tried to research them as much as I can.
Do we get to see Lando here?
We're about to find out. No, it's okay. I appreciate your curiosity.
There he is. There he is. And Childish Gambino plays the younger version of him.
Yes.
With the actor who plays Luke Skywalker.
Mark Hamill.
No. The one that plays the younger version of Han Solo in
Oh, Han Solo. That's
Han
Alden
Solo.
Ehrenreich.
She pronounces it Leia. So.
Yeah. Also, like Lando pronounces it Han instead of Han. So, there's lots of different pronunciations. And I don't know if you heard it, but the Millennium Falcon used to be Lando's ship, and then Han won it off of him in a card game.
Yeah.
So something I'll say. So you see how like the windows are open and you can see kind of Cloud City behind. In the original version, it was just like white paneling. So they went through and through CGI, they added, they opened up all the walls and all the windows to add a nice real background to everything, kind of give it more of a warm glow and kind of make the whole atmosphere look a little better. It's one of the bigger changes they made, but it makes the whole movie look so much better.
Yeah. Is that like a swear word?
Kind of, yeah.
What the heck? What? Is C-3PO gone now?
I don't know.
Oh, God, just tell me. One day
Not how
I'll
this
ask a
works.
question,
Not how
and
this
you'll
works.
tell me. No. Right. Okay. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Just there's no patience. Just finish off what you started. He was right. There's another.
I can't speak on that currently.
Okay.
So here's more CGI stuff of Cloud City and
It does look
really
nice.
cool shots. Yeah, it really helps add a lot to it. And I love this outfit for Leia.
That is a nice outfit. Oh, did they finally seal the deal? Chewbacca's always in pain and always just like. Oh, bless Chewbacca trying to save C-3PO. You're not in a position to be picky, Leia. Aw, such a sweet talker. No. What? How? Boba Fett. Oh my god. You absolute snake. What? Oh my god.
The reactions are so great. It makes the whole thing better.
No way. I did not see that coming.
It's so good. It's my favorite thing.
I feel so sorry for Chewbacca every time I hear him like this. Which is quite a lot because he's always like this.
He definitely knows.
Oh. For anyone who wants to check, we are at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Oh no, I've been shot. Oh no. What? Ouch. Lando, you.
Something I didn't mention that's pretty cool is Vader's appearance changes like very slightly from movie to movie. Like his cape position, like where like if it drapes over the shoulders or if it's tucked behind the shoulders, or like his like chest plate, like some of the buttons and colors change on that. So each of the three movies, for at least the original trilogy, he's got like slightly different appearances, which is always really cool.
Mm.
It's the little things, you know.
Aw. He should have listened to Yoda. He should have listened to Yoda. I think that's going to be a recurring theme of listen to Yoda. Oh, this is either going to be really painful to watch for Luke or painful to watch for Darth Vader. I feel like maybe Luke finally discovers that he has strength. I don't know. These are all just like theories I have. I'm not asking you, Sean. Don't worry. But
All
also,
right,
please tell me what you want.
we're gonna find out. We're coming down to the end here.
That does
There's
look
about,
cool.
there's about 20 minutes left. One of the coolest sets in Star Wars.
It does look cool. Is he Aquaman's dad?
Yeah, he
Boba
is.
Fett.
Yeah, he is.
But you're like, what are you on, Fatma?
No, I was like, because like I know him as like Boba and Jango Fett, but like
I know
because that
he was Aquaman.
he was Aquaman's father much later on. But yes, that's Tamara Morrison. That was a good catch. That was very impressive. This scene's good.
Okay. Finally. Why must it be when push comes to shove? Why can't people just like talk about their feelings and just be adults about their feelings, right?
Because then
So
there's no
frustrating.
stakes. There's no drama. There's no
No,
stakes.
it's in everything. I'm sick and tired of it. Just be adults about your feelings. Oh, the way he looks. Wait, what is carbon freeze? Is that death?
Okay. You shall see.
Sorry.
It's okay.
They look so cool.
Yeah, the reactions for Return of the Jedi will be very good.
What the hell? What? Good lord. Oh my god.
That's carbon freezing.
Huh? Sorry?
That's carbon freezing.
What?
I don't drink boba tea, although for the Boba Fett boba tea, that feels like it's right on theme.
I just had some. The remnants.
So Han's still
What is
alive.
this?
It's like a hibernation.
I kind of figured, like,
It
ouch.
keeps them super protected as long as they survive the freezing process.
You know when he comes back, does he come back like Batman? Why are you even asking? Because Sean's gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who even said he was coming back? No one said
Oh,
he
he
was
has
coming
to come
back.
back because I've seen him in the sequels.
I don't know. I've never seen those movies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, here we go. Luke brings him back now, not even in the next movie. That's what I think.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I've never seen this movie in my life.
That's Boba Fett. Is Lando going to be like the MVP at the last minute? I think he might be. Did you just? I think he activated someone to help.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Luke does a very bad job of listening to anyone in this movie.
Does he do a bad job of listening to anyone in the other movies too? Oh yeah, you haven't seen them, so you're not going to answer.
Yeah, I don't
me.
know. I mean, Luke's not the greatest listener, truthfully. It's kind of the fault. It's kind of his character flaw.
That's okay.
Boom. So good. Such a great scene.
He's trying to recruit him. This is nice, Vader.
This is one of the best shots. Yeah. This shot right here. One of the best in the saga.
It does
That
look
shot right
awesome.
there. That wide shot.
It looks awesome. Ooh. Wow.
You'll notice too how different this lightsaber fight is from the last one we watched.
With Obi-Wan Kenobi or the one
Yeah.
in this movie.
Looks a lot younger. It's a lot more raw.
Yeah. I thought that might
Oh,
be like, I was like, too soon. Lanta. I feel like he's gonna be an MVP, kinda ish. He comes back at the end of this movie. He comes back at the end of this movie. He doesn't even like, okay. Hands coming back by the end of the movie. That's my prediction. You can rub it in my face if it's wrong. I don't mind. Ah, no.
all this sky background was added. That's all CGI from the special edition. That was the one they did a really good job.
It is really nice.
Yeah, some really good commentary from our guys in the comments.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, just really good stuff from the guys in the comments too.
I like how C-3PO is just attached to Chewbacca like that.
Yeah.
It's so funny. No, I'm not actually, because in the cinema, no one has seen this movie, but in this, I know that Sean has, which is why I'm trying to like get something out of him, and that's it.
I think they mean more from your reactions, but yeah, I'm sure.
I'm not like that. Well, I try not to be. Does he fall down? Oh my god! No, that's all too easy. Did he just fly up using the force?
Yes, he did. There's a lot of toys with Chewie in the C-3PO pieces.
Sick.
This is one of my favorite shots.
Hmm.
I love this. I love this light tunnel.
It does look cool. Oh, that looks awesome. Oh no. Was that Darth Vader using the Force to whack that thing
Yep.
on Luke?
Darth Vader's much more
Awesome.
powerful.
Yeah. Wow. Holy smoke.
I do think it's very silly how he uses the lightsaber to like guide it. That's such a like an 80s thing. But other than that, this scene is just so good.
Oh my god. He's in a net. He's in a net. On Chewbacca's back. Lando's good. Maybe not then.
I love this music too.
It does sound awesome. Lando's good. I'm just gonna say Lando's a good person.
Okay.
Okay.
I like Lando.
So Han Solo's with Boba Fett, God knows where, being sent to Jabba the Hutt, probably. I think that was the last thing that was said, right?
Yep.
Leia is with Lando and Chewbacca and C-3PO in ruins with R2-D2. And now we've got Luke just wandering around.
Yeah, you could just see how like much more raw choreography is. It's really cool. It's what you get when you get to
it's a lot
a younger actor, you know. With Obi-Wan, it was more samurai based, but with this, it's more, you know. Oh. Sorry, it's a little more brutal.
Oh my god. One of them's gonna fall. What?
It's so good.
No! Luke doesn't have a hand? No! Oh my god. No, he isn't. No, he isn't.
This is so good.
This is Anakin
This is
Skywalker.
the greatest experience of my life. This is the greatest
No,
experience
this
of
is
my life. I can't.
This is Anakin Skywalker. Oh my
Watch
god, this
the
is you
movie. Oh, I love
What the?
this. I love this so much.
So Vader wants to destroy the Emperor now, and he's using his son. What kind of sick What the hell? Oh my god. Oh, this is not right. And the second person, who is that? Luke has a sister or a brother.
This is so great. The chat loves this.
Sorry guys, I'm too busy. I'll bring your comments up later, and we can comment on how my face is like. But what the hell?
I didn't know that you didn't know. This is great. I love seeing like these raw reactions.
No, I knew the back of my head, and then until he said it now, he was like, "No, I am your father." I was like, "Shit, yes, he is his father," and I've been so dumb to it the entire time, and I feel so
That's the
stupid. But oh
power of
my
Star
god!
Wars.
And he lost his hand. When did Luke not have a hand? And I watched the sequels. Well, one of them that he was in, and he had a hand. Did he? I don't even know anymore. I've just chosen
It's
to like
so
wipe
iconic.
everything
I
out.
love it.
If only you could listen to Yoda, okay. But I'm glad you got this revelation that Darth Vader's
This is
your
so
dad.
iconic. The chat loves this right now.
No, you guys aren't giving me. You're just not giving me. This is not going to be.
We're gonna have to do it. Oh, it's so good.
Wait, is she feeling the Force? She felt him. Wait, do only people in the Force who are Jedis feel each other, or can like Luke say?
I don't know. I don't know
Sure.
anything about the Force. I'm just a guy in a Star Wars sweatshirt.
I like how Darth just like dropped it and then just left. Like, I don't give a shit if you join me or not. I've just told you, and now you can do whatever you want. Lando's good in this
Yeah,
movie, at
I'll give
least.
you that. Lando's a good guy. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that bit. Lando is in fact a good guy.
Well, at least they're back together, but they've lost Han Solo now, so like. This is awesome. This is so cool. It should be mandatory that kids watch this and not like leave it till they're 25. I am 25. Yes, I am. I'm 25.
That's a good point. I didn't hear if you mentioned it, but True wasn't a Jedi. That's an important distinction.
No, is a Jedi in my head, okay? You can't take that away from him. Although I don't know
He's
what
part of
it entails to be a Jedi.
the Whisper of the Wills, Guardians of the Wills. That's a whole other. It's a very complicated conversation for another time. But let's continue to watch the end of Empire Strikes Back.
So he's known this entire time that they're his
Well, not
kids,
the entire
and
time.
he's
Not the entire time. Darth
then
Vader
when did
didn't
he?
know
When
that.
did he?
So it's a bit of a retcon. He first, first he finds out in this movie when the Emperor tells him during the message. But now we know that in the comics, Darth Vader hires Boba Fett to kind of go after Luke after a while, and then he's like, he wants to know who blew up the Death Star, and he finds out his last name is Skywalker, and he's like, oh, so my son is alive, that kind. And then he finds out before the events of this movie. That's a really cool. Honestly, if you really end up liking these movies, I would definitely recommend the comics, like the canon comics that take place between them. It's a lot of issues, but it's really good stuff. And as we're learning, the hyperdrive is deactivated. The Empire deactivated it when they were working on it in Cloud City. So they're trying to capture the Millennium Falcon.
Your kids are in that, Darth Vader. Your kids are there.
Currently, there's a comic being written that takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and that's been very good so far. I've been reading that one, and I've really enjoyed that so far.
Ah. Hopefully I'll get to that point. Come on, Luke. He's not joining the dark side. He's just not. It's just not. C-3PO, just shh. Fixed.
They've escaped.
Is he getting a robotic arm? Hand. Hand? It was his arm, right? Or was it just his hand?
Watch the movie.
I am watching. What?
It's a robotic hand that's covered with skin.
This reminds me of Fringe, for anyone who's watched Fringe. That looks so cool! Wait, the Millennium Falcon's gone to find Han.
Yeah, Lando and Chewie have gone off.
That looks so cool. That was awesome. I think that's right.
That's the end.
That's the end. Okay, so I'm going to catch
So
up
good.
on what people were saying. So, well, Vader's pissing out. Ooh, damn your face, fat moon. Okay. Fat moon. Bolster. Okay, down. Okay, hi, Jonita. Thanks for popping by. Yes, my face has been funny to see. I don't know. Sean has been looking at my face. I've just been.
It's been so much fun.
So yes, awesome Fuzzytude, and well, so there an instance of that reveal. Now we know how everyone felt in 1981. Awesome. I wasn't even a cell in 1981, so this is great that generations after the 80s is still enjoying this movie. Sean is my husband every time we watch BVS. Watch the movie. Sorry, Sean. Thank you for bearing with me.
And it's cool too. I think I saw it when you pulled it up.
Tell me.
But Joe has, I believe that's the Lightcast pod thumbnail is her profile picture, which is super cool because I did their logo and sort of the artwork for them. So connections there, which is always super fun.
And
but
you
yes,
did the Cultured Nerd as well, right?
Yeah, I also did a TCN for them as well. So definitely connected to Taylor and Matthew. Yeah, I love those guys. They're really great.
Oh, I'm glad.
But yeah, no, I'm glad everybody liked it. I'm reading up on the comics now, or the comments now too.
Okay. Father of the Year. Of course he's Father of the Year. Such great relationship. That matter, it wasn't a Jedi saying. Oh, he was special though. R2D2, always the hero. Yes, I love R2D2. C3PO. He's. Yeah. I'm dying, Fatma. Yes, Joe, I'm dying too. Okay. And Sean isn't making it easy because I'm asking for spoilers and he's just not giving them.
It ruins the experience.
And I get not.
Sorry.
I'm also annoying. No, you don't need to apologize because I'm annoying, so it's fine. At some point, we've all wanted to shut the you. Yes, I wanted him to shut up quite a bit. Thank you so much. I hope they weren't too annoying to watch. Anything. I sort
Thank you very much.
From a pic for my it's been it's been a wonderful experience. Thank you so much for joining us for 2 hours. I'm really, really appreciative of your time that you've given
I'm glad everybody
to us.
came by and joined it.
Yeah, Fatma, how shook you? And yes, I was very shook because I didn't realize he didn't have a hand. Well, they fixed it, so that's cool. But that was really something, huh? And the droids are the best part. Thank you, Rebecca, for joining us as well. Yes, droids are cool. And yeah, thank you for that. Also, we've reached the end of the movie and it's late for me and also for Sean. So you can find us doing this next Friday again at the same time to watch
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. And afterwards, we will be taking a Christmas and New Year's break for a couple of weeks, and then we'll return with the prequels, and then we'll do the sequels afterwards. But thank you so much for doing this. You can find me at Fringe Bats on Twitter and Instagram, and here on the Fatmaverse. And I do Women of the Watchtower stream, which is great. I have an awesome stream tomorrow with Scott and Jonita, who you just saw in the comments. We're talking about his Dark Materials. And I also do League of Mayhem watch stream. So, Sean, do you want to plug yourself in? And
yeah, feel free to follow me on Twitter, guys, at Real Sean Hussey, as well. If you guys are watching The Mandalorian, you guys can check out my reviews on comicbookdebate.com. Those go up every Friday. The Mandalorian finale is next week, which is super exciting, and we'll be looking forward to that review. And you guys will see me kind of around on Twitter and pop it up in different podcasts and different places. But it's always a pleasure. This is always so much fun. I'm very excited. This has just been a blast. I was not expecting such pure reactions. I thought that maybe you had known a little more about the events of The Empire Strikes Back. So to get those very raw reactions was great, and honestly makes the experience so much better.
Yeah, I don't know why it was locked away somewhere, and it didn't click until I actually watched it. But yes, also he does graphics and stuff like that. So if anyone's looking for anything, please do contact Sean. He's done amazing work for the Lightcast, as he mentioned, and the Cultured Nerd, and several other outlets. I believe I recommend your work.
I've done a lot of stuff at this point.
Yeah. So also awesome. So till next week, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Hi.